Hi everyone. Welcome to my poster. I'm going to be talking about the ozone-related health impacts of hydrogen leakage. And so, hydrogen is becoming increasingly prominent in the energy transition conversation because of its ability to decarbonize the energy system. But leakages of hydrogen can cause negative climate and air quality impacts. And so, just like with natural gas, leaks can occur across the hydrogen supply chain. And when hydrogen leaks, it can actually be a ozone precursor because it impacts methane. It also impacts the peroxy radical, and in the presence of NOx, this could increase ozone. And so, ozone is an air pollutant that affects human and crop health, and it exacerbates respiratory illnesses like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So, my key questions are like, how do hydrogen leakage increase surface ozone, and what effect does this have on human health? So, the main methods that I'm using is I use a global chemistry climate model that's able to simulate these complex chemistry reactions to produce gridded surface ozone estimates, and I have different hydrogen emission scenarios that allow me to explore like what happens with under different hydrogen levels, what happens with ozone, and then with that, I feed this gridded ozone surface ozone to estimate respiratory mortality due to ozone exposure. And so my key results are firstly that increased hydrogen emissions leads to an increase in surface ozone. And so you can see here that if you have lower increase, you get a lower increase in ozone, higher increase, you get higher increase in ozone. And so this schematic summarizes my increased emissions leads to increased surface ozone. The next key result is that this increase in ozone leads to an increase in ozone attributable deaths. And so this is a schematic that is showing that. And that in particular, I have about 180 deaths for every teragram of hydrogen emissions. And this is comparable to what we see with per teragram of emissions of natural gas. So just highlighting the health impacts of it. And lastly, the hydrogen increase is not going to happen in today's population. It's going to happen in a future population. And I'm showing here that under future population growth, the ozone-related deaths will be even higher. And the demographic changes will also impact what we see with deaths. So in conclusion, this will motivate the future policymakers to consider hydrogen leakage and its health impacts, and maybe prioritize how hydrogen is being used and how to minimize leakage. And thank you. Yeah.